I'm Rebecca. This is my forest garden. So what I'm working on now, what I'm trying to conceptualize and actually execute kind of this season is I am trying to kind of transform this front lawn expanse into, kind of more of a walking garden, and just instead of having grass here, which really we've not had very much success in just like keeping a lawn, I think it would be much better to just have some beds that have a lot of plants that I really do want and that really would grow well here. And this is an area that does get a good bit of sun, so what I want to do is kind of like have this be an end and then kind of build out a bed kind of that goes across the lawn, and it might be one continuous bed, or it could have maybe just like some breaks in it just to kind of let people navigate it. But this I'm really excited about. This is a variegated Loropetalum. I love Loropetalum. I love the color. I've had very mixed success with Loropetalum, but I'm giving this a try. This will be kind of the center. It'll probably get like 3 feet tall at its mature height. So this is kind of going to be like one of the sort of benchmarks, one of the foundations in this sort of new bed area that I want to create. And so here's the other end. It's June. This is the June garden. A lot of times this is the prettiest month, and I'm trying to take advantage of all of that by building out a giant flower pollinator bed here in the middle of what used to be our lawn. And I've crowded out the grass a little bit, which never really did all that well, and I have built kind of this 3-section flower garden. And so it's been a lot of work and effort over the past month or two. So the foundation plants here are this yew, which I think I talked about before. This yew is probably going to get about 6 feet high. Another foundation plant I have is this Mexican hyssop. The bees are loving it, so that's really exciting. It's probably not going to get all that much bigger than it is right now. And then over here on the edge, near the stepping stones, I have this beautiful agastache. This is like I forget the exact name of it, but it's like a peach or apricot agastache. And this is another salvia. So these are kind of the foundation plants that I spent a little more money on because I wanted them, a little bit more established. The other things in this bed are either annuals, or I started them from plugs. So for the plugs, which are actually already doing really well, here is an aster, which started out about that big. About 2 months ago, it was about that big, and now it's this big. So this is just its first year, so I don't know exactly what it's gonna do, but it's looking happy, so I'm happy too with it. This is ironweed. I've got some asters, got some ironweed. Those are both fall blooming. And over here in front, other plugs I have are butterfly weed. So butterfly weed is that really bright orange flower that you see sometimes in pollinator beds. They're baby plants. I don't know if they will make the flower this year, but if they do, that would be great. And if they don't, I think they're looking okay to flower out next year. Well, there were lots of coneflowers. Coneflowers need sun, and they were in a shady spot, and so I just dug them out and stuck them here where they're going to get a lot more sun. So I have several of these in this bed. These are perennial, so they should be back every year. This is called prairie drop seed. And so that should get like nice and big. Everything in this bed should like really fill out over the next couple of years. So I'm excited to see how that happens. The last thing that I have are some annuals just for this year. Got some snapdragons, got some cleome that probably will be flowering in about a month. And I got some zinnias here too. Here in the middle, I have some different things. So one of the foundation plants, you can hardly see it here because it's just a baby, but it's this Loropetalum. This Loropetalum is probably going to get about 4 feet by 4 feet, so it'll be pretty big, even though it's easy to miss right now. Dwarf Yugo pines. Anyway, I think they're kind of cute, and they will stay pretty small, and so they're going to be a bit of a contrast to the other things I have in this bed. For now, I've got these salvia. They probably will be annual. I don't know if they'll survive the winter. If they do, that's great, but I'm not expecting it. Some kind of like pretty significant animal poop right there. Hopefully the plant likes that, I'm not sure. This is a lead plant. I fortunately left the label here for myself. This little one is gonna get about 3 feet tall, so expecting some big changes there. So I've got 3 lead plants and more cone flowers, more asters, and these big fun grasses. These are little blue stem, and these are replacements. I got little blue stem plugs. They did not make it. I think they did not like the soil and the mulch that I had right here, so I got some more established ones. And then here in the front, we can see this area from our living room window, and so I really want to have a nice view here. So I've just got some annual flowers, lantana. These are, oh, what's the name of this? I always get this confused with the lead plant. I think it's prairie smoke, and this is going to stay pretty small, but it's going to get some pink fuzzy looking flowers. Here I've got some dahlias, which kind of already had 1 round of blooms, and they're taking a break. Well, I think they will have another round, but they're kind of recovering right now. And here I've got some, I think these are bellflowers, purple bellflowers, one on each side. And of course some more zinnias.